The countdown begins. NASA's Artemis 1 is hailed one of the most powerful rockets ever launched.
Pretty incredible. Monday morning, the skies will light up for this historic moment. In a few hours, teams will start the 46-hour countdown clock.
Oh, absolutely wonderful. Once given the go-ahead, this giant rocket will take the first uncrewed test flight to the moon. NASA says the rocket is on track to blast off on Monday. Final preparations are underway, including final inspections. Crews hope they have finally figured out the problematic hydrogen leak. Tests were scrubbed in the past because of the issue. They'll keep an eye on the giant orange fuel tanks Sunday night when they start to fuel up. A manager for the Gateways program is Deep Space Logistics program and joined the morning show Friday. He explained our history in space has been building up to this moment.
We've learned so much about living and working in space, and we've got the technology and the capability that we're going to go out there to stay. We're going to understand and mine the resources the moon has. We're going to take that science and be able to really protect our planet here and continue to pull commercial industry with us. Go out there in this sustained way that allows us to explore beyond like never before.
Our launch window opens at 8:33 Monday morning. A lot of people are expected to come down to Florida for the launch, including the Vice President. You can watch it live here on News4JAX and News4JAX Plus. And again here, News4JAX, you can always send us your Snapjacks photos. That is a big one there because a lot of people will be watching here locally and it'll be a sight to see.
Well, a lot of different views too.
Yeah.
Depending on where you're standing, you get kind of a different look at it.
But it's gonna be once in a lifetime. It's gonna be great.
Just fingers crossed on the
I
weather.
know, fingers crossed.
For us, you know, we can see it anytime, but for everybody who's traveling to town to see that, you really hope for their sake that.
And you know what? We do have some storms in our forecast. We'll be watching that very closely here in the coming days. But hopefully they have a 2-hour launch window. Hopefully they can get it up and running. If not, it would be Friday the 2nd. And if Friday the 2nd doesn't work, it would be moved to Labor Day the 5th, which would up the tourists and people watching it by large numbers. So, you know, we have a few chances here, and hopefully we'll get to see it in the next week. Hopefully Monday, but if not in the next week. Very good.
Fingers crossed. 4 hours and change from the launch window of Artemis 1 rocket.
And NASA's hoping it can send more humans to the moon by 2025. However, Mother Nature might have other plans, as she often does.
Yes, that's right. Right now, there's only a 30% chance for the rocket to launch tomorrow morning. Take a look at this. Last night, the rocket, or I should say the rocket launch pads, were actually hit by lightning. So they actually have lightning poles there specifically for that, and that's what was struck yesterday. NASA researchers say they are investigating to see if there was any real damage. It's the second time the rocket has been hit by lightning since April. There was a live pic of the launch pad. Thousands of people are expected to be here to see it live, including Chloe Stack. Her dad, Peter, was an Artemis 1 project engineer, but sadly died in April. Chloe and her siblings are getting flown in to watch the historic moment, but she says to eventually end up taking part in the project herself. The company her dad worked for says it will hire her after she graduates from college. And again, that's exactly why they have those lightning poles there, because they're meant to strike that, and that's what happened last night.
But we're down to 30%?
We're down to 30%. Clouds make a factor, rain makes a factor, lightning makes a factor. And they have a whole team of meteorologists that looks at that. They'll have another report coming out today, so we'll have to watch for that. But with the clouds in the area, anything that's in its path really can impact it, and they want to make sure it's as safe as possible.
It's got to be safe, but you feel for people like Chloe and all the people who are coming to town to watch it.
Yeah, that would really not be fair. But I guess Mother Nature, she always has the last say. So what can we do about it?
Yeah,
exactly.
Nothing.
Well, just a reminder, another place to watch the launch is on News4JAX Plus. It's available on Roku, Apple TV, Fire Stick, Android TV, and Chromecast. Just search News4JAX on your streaming device to download.